A while back, we got our very first look at the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 action figures, including Toy Freddy, Toy Bonnie, Toy Chica, and Mangle. And we didn't really have an idea of when these guys release, but we do now because they have literally already released. That's right, guys, we have our first pictures and videos of these guys in action. So recently, someone on Twitter, I'll link them down in the description, I'll put their profile up right now, found these guys just randomly in Target. So we didn't really get an announcement, we didn't get any, oh, these have hit the shelves now. They just showed up randomly, and honestly, it's kind of awesome that that happened. I like surprise releases. It's very in style for Five Nights at Freddy's, but yeah, these guys have literally just released. It's like insane to me. I just found out about this and I thought I'd make a video on it straight away. This is really exciting. So shout out to the person who is responsible for finding these, and let's go over all the information we have and all the new pictures and videos we have. So we'll start with our main man. Actually, you know what? We'll start with the whole set. So this is what they look like in store. So here they are in their boxes and everything. The user said that these go for around $9.99. That's American, so if you live anywhere else that's not American like me, I don't know how much they're going to be. Just go USD into whatever your price range is. But yeah, that's what these guys are going to look like on the shelf. So first up, we'll take a look at Toy Freddy, and comparing him to the prototype, he looks fantastic. They've done a really good job on him. I'm a really big fan of how he looks. I don't really have too much to say because, I mean, it is just, Toy Freddy. I mean, we knew what he was going to look like. Also, sorry in advance, these pictures are kind of blurry, but he looks really, really good. He looks really accurate. I think the color is maybe a little bit too dark. He's pretty orange, but I still think he looks fine. Next up, let's take a look at Toy Bonnie. So Toy Bonnie, I won't lie, I am a little conflicted on. I think he looks really good, but again, I do think the colors are a little dark. I do think that the eyebrows as well also kind of make him look really sad, or like kind of like, I don't know what that emotion is meant to be, but I'm just confused, I like Toy Bonnie's normalized, so I don't really understand what's going on here. I mean, his eyebrows, he still looks good, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I don't know, I'm not 100% settled on him, I don't reckon, but he's still good, don't get me wrong. Anyway, next we'll move on to Toy Chica. Toy Chica could be the most accurate here. I think her legs look a bit long, where she normally has kind of a stubby build, but here they look really long. And also, something about her beak is just throwing me off a lot, and her eyes are kind of looking in random directions. But all around, she does look really, really good. I'm happy with this one. The color is really good for once. Sorry, that was rude. The color is really good, though. Her arms, her face, everything looks great. The only thing that I'm not huge on is like in between the beak, it looks like there's a bit of plastic. I don't know how to describe it, but it just looks kind of cheap. Let me know if you guys agree, but yeah, I'm not huge on that little part. But honestly, when you think about it, I don't know how they could have gone about it in a way that wouldn't kind of look cheap and not look great. So yeah, I think she looks really good. They've done really well. And then last but certainly not least, because this is freaking incredible, but we have Mangle, and I think Mangle is probably the best looking one out of all of these guys. Everything about it, it looks amazing. It's incredible. They've done so well. They've knocked it out of the park. I feel like Mangle would be the hardest character to kind of, I don't know, like translate into an action figure, but it seems like they've done it really well. Really solid work, Mangle's got the bow tie, the hands, the endoskeleton head, and I will say I love the wires. The wires look really good, but all around, everything about this figurine looks great, and I really appreciate it. Looks kind of weird in box, but trust me, this guy does stand like properly like Mangle does in the games. And then quickly, we'll just talk about the box. So we have Five Nights at Freddy's 1 Freddy up there. I have another video in the works, and I mentioned this, but this render we never used to see that much, and now we're going to be seeing it constantly. And honestly, I'm happy about it. I'd like this Freddy render. I prefer it over that goddamn withered Freddy render that was on like every Funko piece of Five Nights at Freddy's merchandise for like 20 years, and everyone got sick of it really quickly. So this one's nice and refreshing. It's got Toy Freddy down there. We've got you, and then Cam 4. It's kind of cool style. 93% left remaining. Everything about it's pretty cool. It looks like it's a Five Nights at Freddy's 2 office behind them. I don't know if this is going to change when they do Five Nights at Freddy's 1 figurines, because let's face it, they're obviously going to into the Five Nights at Freddy's 1 office, but we'll just have to see. Anyway, on the right, we can see that they have glowing eyes, which is really cool. I don't know if this is like something you press down on them and it makes their eyes glow, or if it's like glow in the dark paint. It looks like that might be what it is, because the picture has it in really dark lighting. So that's my guess, is that it would be like that, which would make the most sense. And then we have the jump scare action. So this part we did see on the original cast of characters when we saw the prototypes. They have a jump scare action. I'm pretty sure it's like a switch in their back, and it makes them kind of, you know, jump up and obviously jump scare. You know, it's like their whole thing. So yeah, I think it's a cool little gimmick. I don't think it was very necessary, and I said this in my first video on these guys, but if it impacted articulation, it would be really annoying. But I've heard from a lot of people that it doesn't, so I'm happy with it. And then we'll get into the videos and we'll have a look at the jump scare action and everything in a second, but I just want to talk about the back of the box too. So we have that Freddy render again, Five Nights at Freddy's logo, very standard stuff. And then we have a look at all the other characters standing in like an A pose, which I will be honest does look a bit weird. Instead of them being posed, they're just like, you know, T posing, except their arms are down. It does look weird, but I think it's pretty fair, you know, just to show the other characters you can get and stuff. And like I was saying before, Mangle looks a lot better, fully standing and everything. And then we can see this little, I don't know, tutorial thing that shows you what the jump scare action does. So like I was saying, it's a button in the back, press that down, arms go up, voila. And then just before, I know I said just before that we were about to get into videos, but I just wanted to show this picture, which has all of them standing. And honestly, out of the box, I think they look significantly better. I still do kind of think that the paint on Toy Freddy and Toy Bonnie is a bit dark, but Toy Bonnie's eyebrows look better. I don't know if that's just the angle or what, but it does look better. All of their hands look great as well. They look very accurate to the games. Their faces look good. The only thing I will say that's bugging me is that Toy Bonnie doesn't have endoskeleton like wires above where his ears meet his head, and same goes for Toy Freddy with his ears. I don't remember if that was something they had, but I feel like it's something they should have. I feel like it would make the most sense. Toy Chica looks a bit better out of the box, and Mangle, like I was saying, guys, was I right or was I right? She looks incredible. Everything about him, it just looks fantastic out of the box. It's so much bigger than it was in the box, which obviously makes sense. I didn't want to have to make a bigger box. I'm just gonna kind of size it down, but she looks fantastic out of the box, and it's really awesome. I'm really excited to get this guy. And it also looks like he'll have a similar feature to Funko figurines where you can mix and match a bit, because it looks like you can kind of pick off the limbs and put them on a different spot, which is obviously Funko's big thing, which is really, really cool. I like that. I like that it'll kind of make, you know, everyone's Mangle will be a little bit unique depending on how they pose it. It gives you a lot of opportunity for different poses and different angles and stuff. It looks awesome. It's a really, really cool idea. I'm really happy about it. So yeah, let's get into those videos I was talking about just before. So our first video shows the jump scare feature in action, and it looks pretty cool. So one thing I forgot to mention, because I honestly forgot this myself, was that their mouths can move as well, which is really cool and adds a lot to the jump scare action. So yeah, they all look pretty good, but I don't know, it's just, I think it's the fact that their eyelids don't move when they jump scare that kind of throws me off and makes it look kind of silly. But honestly, it's pretty cool. It only moves at like the arm shoulder joint, so I feel like the articulation should be unaffected for the most part by this, which is really good, because I feel like most people just want a normal figurine without a gimmick, but I get, you know, they probably had to make a gimmick to get it to sell a bit better. So yeah, I think they look pretty cool. The only downside is that Mangle obviously can't use any arms to jump scare, because it would be like way too much mechanism and stuff, and where would it even go if you're mixing and matching, you know what I mean? So Mangle's mouth is the only thing that moves, which is still fantastic, still really cool. I'm still really happy with this figurine. So yeah, they've done really well. Fantastic, 10 out of 10. no notes. And then we have one final video, which I've been playing throughout the video a little bit, which is the articulation. And honestly, it looks pretty good. I won't lie, it does look a bit stiff. It does look like it struggles occasionally. Most of it is really good, specifically on Mangle. Mangle has really good articulation, but like the Toy Freddy one, like the legs look a bit stiff, a bit difficult to move. I really appreciate that the hands move, but the fact that the fingers can't kind of annoys me because they're such fat fingers. You'd think they'd be really easy to put some articulation into, but apparently not. But yeah, it looks like for the most part the arms can move just fine, despite having that mechanism. So it looks to be perfectly fine. Honestly, I would have preferred that they just didn't have it, but again, like I was saying just before, I get it, they gotta sell stuff. Yeah, and also another thing that really surprised me was the Toy Bunny's tail can come out. Like, what the hell kind of functions they're meant to serve? I don't know. I think it's kind of silly, but also I don't care that much. I'm really excited to get these though, so let me know what you guys think. And one more thing that I noticed is these guys are tiny. Like, I don't know why, but in my head that I just thought they'd be a lot bigger, but they are quite small. But they're not that much different to the Funko ones, and the Funko ones are fairly sized. I would appreciate bigger figurines, not like the jumbo giant Freddy and Bonnie that Funko did, but something a bit bigger would be cool. But yeah, I'm still happy with these guys, don't get me wrong. Final thoughts, so I will say I hate that. I know I've gone over this so many times, but I just hate the fact that they have that giant, huge button just sticking out of their backs. I think it looks really weird. It takes away from, I don't know, like, just how animatronic they seem. Like, this really makes them look like toys. And obviously, they are toys, like, literally and figuratively. Figuratively, that's a good pun. That was totally intentional. But, yeah, I don't know. I really like these guys, and I will definitely be picking them up. I do think they could have been better, but I'm still eager to see what they do, what the next wave is, and if there's any tie-ins with the movie and stuff. So yeah, comment your thoughts down below. Are you guys going to pick these up, or you're not a fan, or what? Because I'm very interested to see. Anyway, my next video is going to be covering, well, probably going to be covering, unless something else comes out, but covering the Five Nights at Freddy's 1 figurines, because those haven't released yet, but we got a lot more photos of them, and they look really good. The animatronic ones that are the suits with the endoskeletons. So yeah, that'll be my next video, so keep an eye out for that. If you want to be the first person to be informed when it comes out, make sure to hit that subscribe button and absolutely smash that bell notification button. And while you're at it, smack that like button right in the face, and because if you don't subscribe, I will literally kill you. Peace out.